Well, hello, welcome to Coffee Talk on Monday instead of Sunday. So, I just thought I would do a quick little live stream tonight because we didn't have one yesterday and we didn't have Cheese Friday. Just kind of like dropping the ball here, but we had a convention. I keep kicking the camera, sorry. So, we had a convention. Hello, Carrie, that started on Friday. And by the time we were done on Sunday, I had every intention. Hey, Air Frying Auntie, I thought you were taking a nap. How are you feeling? I know that you did a lot and that you're sore. Hey, Brenda. So, anyways, I just thought I should at least do a little chat so that we could talk about the convention. We got there on Friday. There was chaos with the hotel room. A while back when we booked the room, I had to call and request a suite, and they told me, okay, that was fine, that I was getting the last suite. And so, but then when we checked the day of, it still said the wrong room. So I talked to them at the desk. It was just a mess. As it turned out, we never did get our suite. We just got a larger hotel room, and it worked out just fine, but I was still kind of grumpy cat about it. Oh, sorry that you almost got scammed, Carrie. So, but at any rate, so we got all checked in. We unloaded my SUV, and then we unloaded a carload, and then we wound up needing to run to the store to buy some more things. And finally, we were at con 100%. So it worked out great. We spent some time with one of our cosplay guild members. So that was good. And helped him get prepped for his panel. So what we were doing as our guild is that we were doing the cosplay programming. So we had panels, the showcase / fashion show, and then we hosted a couple small parties. Uh, oh well, it is good when you learn a valuable lesson, but I hope nothing too bad happens. So, oh, you got a joke. Let's see. Eggs and bacon walk into the bar, and the bartender says, "We don't serve breakfast here." That's a good one. So, anyways, yeah, so we get there, we prepare. He does the first one, which is actually unrelated to cosplay. The first panel was AI and science fiction. And so that was fabulous, but basically because it was the first night of the con and the panel was like super late at night. Like, I don't even know why they had it. It was at 11 o'clock at night. So there weren't really participants in there. So, it was just guild horsing around. Oh, hey, Sharon. Yeah, I know that you guys are working on the CNC. That's exciting. Dust collectors are such value, though, because cleaning up dust when you don't have one, what a mess. You cannot tarp enough to compensate for no dust collector. Yeah, so the good news is that we had breakfast, so that was good. We It was included with our room, uh, except for another issue which we'll talk about later. But we had our breakfast. The staff at the hotel restaurant could not tell me if the eggs were gluten free or not, or I didn't even ask for that much. I just asked, "Is this just liquid eggs? Like from the bag, and it's just eggs, or does it have other things mixed in?" That's really all I need to know, because if it has other things mixed in, liquid eggs with mix-ins are automatically mixed with modified food starch. And after that, the next ingredients are usually some AP flour and a rising agent like the baking powder. So uh, uh, almost always at least the modified food starch. So that first morning, I was like, you know what? I cannot afford to be sick or have a tummy ache. So I just say no to the eggs. I ate a big pile of bacon and sausage links. And Air Fry Nanny's asking if I got a discount on the room since I didn't get my suite. And the answer is no, but but there's still time because I uh, do have a call into IHG, and that will probably resolve some things. Whether it's going to be a credit or a large dump of points, which means we can book for free hotel rooms. I mean, there's more to it because initially, when we first booked, we used some points, and when they upgraded us to the suite, it ate all the points, and then they charged us, and we didn't actually get the points returned to our account. So really, I'm a bit on the cranky side about it. So, yep. Let's see. Air Fry Nanny says after all the additives, those eggs are almost crepes. Yeah, and that's why a lot of times when you're at hotel breakfast and they have those scrambled eggs, when they are looking like super perfectly gigantic, puffy little bits, they're probably not all 100% egg, and they have those additives into it. If it looks like homemade, like scrambled eggs with like kind of almost a chopped up omelette-y look, you have a greater chance that those are actually just plain old liquid eggs or just eggs. I say liquid. Eggs are liquid, but uh, food manufacturers have the bags where they've already broken all the eggs and it's all scrambled together. It's just the egg, or they have the egg mix. So I think most restaurants and, well, hotels and fast food places that use those products um, don't really even know that there's an issue that they have to really pay attention to. I will tell you that most Marriotts tend to have real eggs. It's still better to check because in some regions, food distributors don't give them enough choice. But back in the 90s, uh, some of the one of the Marriott chains got some legal issues due to allergies because they were not properly disclosing what was in the eggs, and it was due to ignorance on behalf of the staff. Like it wasn't purposeful, like telling people the wrong things. People like me would be like, "Hey, are these eggs just eggs?" And they would be like, "Duh, eggs are eggs, yes." So it wasn't like a malicious intent, but it did make some people sick, and they wound up with that whole, fines and retraining. And I'm sorry, I keep kicking the camera. So not good, but it did make them more stringent from their corporate level on what they would allow in. I will also say that Marriotts are usually pretty good too because a lot of them also in the fancier Marriotts that serve breakfast, they often have make to order omelets. But it's not a lot of Marriotts that do that. Your residence inns and stuff don't do that. They just have the pre-scramble. So you have to check because it's by region. Hey, Rickwin, nice to see you. And Mama Bear Lynette, oh, great to see you as well. Anyway, so we have breakfast, and then we are off and running. We have a panel on prop making. We have to meet with other staff members. We do meet and greets. We do the schmoozing. We check stuff out. We have the general running around that goes with the convention, talking to people, trying to get things situated for the showcase. Uh, just honestly, the day just like flew by, and I feel like we did stuff, and I don't even remember what it was because the whole thing was a whirlwind. So we did talk to our friends, and have my iced coffee here for coffee talk. Sunday coffee talk, but on Monday. Uh, hmm. Don't get too excited. It's regular old coffee. It's just old and it's hot. Hot as it gets here. Well, not as hot as it gets. but it's about 88 degrees Fahrenheit here. So it's really humid. Like you walk outside and it's quite sticky. So yeah. But I had some leftover coffee and I said, well, it's hot and I want some coffee. Iced coffee. There we go. So Air Fry Nanny, Marcon is actually uh, an abbreviation for Multiple Alternate Realities Convention. So it really refers to a genre of science fiction where they have alternate realities. If you like to read sci-fi, try things like Harry Turtledove's universe. If you are into superhero stuff, you talk about like the Mirror Universe or things. If you watch really old Star Treks or things like, or even not that old anymore, Star Trek in general, where they go to the Mirror Universe or Bizarre World or things like that. Alternate universes, things that are not like our modern day regular old Earth. Uh, Time travel is really big for alternate universe. So any show that has time travel, uh, Marcon originally had its big heyday during the height of Babylon 5. Babylon 5 and Marcon went hand in hand. So we had a lot of that. So that whole time travel, ships disappearing, et cetera, et cetera. All of that stuff is what it falls into. And in general, people who went to Marcon were um, people who went to the convention are generally fairly sciencey and nerdy, anyways. So a lot of actual science falls into it. And Attila is giving us facts too that it was retconned. Originally, it just stood for March Convention, but the weather in Ohio is not great for March. Uh, but you know what? March is nice now. There's the occasional snow, but overall, it's pretty decent. So let's see. Let's see. Oh, Mama Bear had her annual fasting blood work. Oh, you have it tomorrow, and for your cardiologist who's keto friendly. Nice. Let's see. Rickwin passes on hugs to Mama Bear. Says we hope you have good blood work. It's good to have a friendly doc. Yours is Rickwin's is only interested in following the line. Yeah, my cardiologist is a keto-friendly cardiologist. Uh, Actually, a good part of what forced me to follow ketogenic. So, I'm very fortunate in that avenue. So the good thing too, like I will tell you too, that Marcon, full transparency, had a lot of issues, and attendance really got very teeny tiny. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was pretty much done with Marcon. I was over it. I was like, it's about time that they decided to not have this convention anymore. So, but my love of my friends who really, really are tied to Marcon, I kind of got sucked back in, and then they got rid of the people that caused the mire of my uh, intense dislike, and they have some people that I do know and like who are really trying to give it their all, and they've all told me like we're really trying to revive this con and make it into something new. We want to do a lot of the good things that they did in the past, but also make it do all these good things that it should have been. And so, I love a fixer-upper. I'm just going to say. And Air Fry Nanny sharing about her fall, says she took the night off work last night, having a lot of ice and rest for that back injury. Yeah, you take care of yourself. I'm, just want to make sure that you are okay. And if you determine that you need it, do not hesitate to go see medical persons and make sure you didn't seriously get yourself some whiplash. I know that people associate whiplash with auto accidents and stuff, but anytime that you have a hard impact, whiplash is a risk. as well as injuring some of the nerve bundles and inflaming the discs in your back. So you definitely want to just be careful. So, but I'm glad that you are mostly just a bit tender today. And Brenda's saying that she's glad the conference is better. And I will say, it's suffering. Don't get me wrong. The convention is down to about 350 people. So from being 5,000 people to 300 people, that's hard. That's hard for them. And I will say that there were enough difficulties. I seriously, our guild actually was like, are we sure we want to do this? And at the end of the day, what we said was, maybe. Let's go ahead and say we'll do it. And we're going to give them 2025 and see if it improves. And if they are up on their word, and we will do our thing. And let's see what happens. Yeah, Mama Bear Lynetta says 5,000 down to 350. They better make some major changes if they hope to gain back the folks they lost. Actually, Mama Bear, what they need to do is get new people. I will be very forthright and say one of the issues with the convention was its lack of willingness to open the gates to new people. So I think if they have a chance to do what they want to do and to revive and rebuild as if it's a new convention, they're hopefully on the right path. I'm just not sure. But I'm willing to give them another year. They've said the right words that made me feel, less irritable. I will say that things that we asked for, we didn't get. So, as part of the agreement, so what we said this time is we cannot do a verbal commit. We did tell them that we were going to write a contract and sign it on paper. And we wanted the assurance that we were going to get the compensations that we were promised, because these compensations that we are asking for the program that we are doing is essentially nothing. We're asking for badges, and what I asked for was access to the staff meals so that our staff got fed the same thing as direct Marcon staff, and we did not get those meals. So, and I know and understand that, like myself, was probably not going to partake in them anyways, but what about the rest of my people who are working their butts off? So, I mean, we made sure everybody got fed. We're pretty self-sufficient, but you know what I'm saying. Some balls were dropped, but apologies were made, amendments were promised, and we're just going to do our due diligence and say, well, let's put it in writing, because if we write it down, nobody has room to forget or miscommunicate. So, but all that those things aside, I will say I had a nice time. And that goes a long ways, because I have not always had a nice time. It's been a struggle for me to give to this convention because of the years with the bad people that really soured me. I mean, that's the same thing like with OhioCon. If suddenly OhioCon got bought up and they got their business license back and it was all new people who started a new one and brought me back and said, hey, we want to do a new contract with you. Honestly, even with all new people, it would be very hard for me to say yes. And I would have to wait and see how they did for a year or two. But this time, we're where we're at, and we're going to see how it goes, because the people who are there now are by and large good people with good intentions. We know good intentions can take you quite a long ways, not the whole way, but I can see and hear from them that they're trying real hard. Oh, Air Fry Nanny, the leather crafting is actually for Origins in June, so we are working on it. Hey, Carrie, that's really weird. 88 degrees in Texas? It's 88 degrees here in Ohio. Man, and it is humid. The humidity is killing me. I'm not a fan. I like the heat, though, just not the humidity. So, yeah, but the leather crafts will all be in June at Origins. And I kind of wish Renee was here to hear this part. But I will tell you also on Saturday, because we're running the cosplay stuff, we wore cosplays all day long. And let me tell you, my back still hurts because Converse shoes are the worst shoes. They hurt so bad. And I felt like I was 900 years old at the end of the day. I could not wait to take my shoes off and put other shoes on. And I had to laugh because another person in my group was like, same. Uh, you best pour me a drink because I'm over these Converse. So, and I think we all know that Renee is very passionate about having proper footwear and not wearing shitty shoes. And Carrie says he likes the one where I'm Ripley with the cat. Yeah, that's the one that we did as a guild. We were all the original Nostromo crew. So, and honestly, I think we did a pretty good job. I will say that after all that stress of making my weapon, I didn't even freaking need it. I should have just had my Jonesy cat. Jonesy was great. So, let's see. Now, the best part about it is we had the showcase. We set up lighting, we did music, we did sound, and for such a teeny tiny con, hey, not bad. We had 20 people participate, uh, and they were wonderful. And then instead of a contest, which I find for cosplay can be very intimidating for people, we decided that the best thing to do for a small convention like this is to not hold a contest with judges and you know breaking it all down and all of that kind of stuff. We're not going to do that. That instead we did the showcase where regardless of who you are, where you are in your experience, show off your joy, tell us about it, and let's have a great time. And then what we did was we had the audience just vote their favorite, and we gave out a trophy and a little prize. Everybody got a little participation medal that said winner, and they were actually quite nice. So the best in show though was my favorite. We it went to a young child actually, which thrills me beyond belief, who did a cosplay, Miss Circle. And let me tell you, the things that this little child said in their cosplay was adorably horrifying. The character Miss Circle is from a cartoon, an adult cartoon, I would add. So, you know, where the teacher is an evil thing, really literally a monster, who teaches children, the genius level children. So when they do bad, the teacher just kills them. And they have like a sharp pointy hands and then like a claw on the other. And I was like, oh man, this child just stood up there and said, I'm a teacher who kills my students. And it was hilarious though, because, you know, our EMC played right into it, and there were lots of jokes made, and the kid's joy was so excited. Carrie, there's some context to it that makes it slightly less messed up. It's not in a bad way, because there's other things with it that makes it more palatable, I promise. It just sounds bad in there, but there were lots of jokes of like, you know, like that uplifted it. But she talked about her cosplay and how she worked real hard on the fingers so that they could really actually move. So it wasn't, yes, the school where all children are above average. Um, I will also reiterate that we saw Bugs Bunny torture a lot of people and stuff. You did kind of have to be there. That's why I backed it up and said it's not as messed up as it sounds. And we made lots of jokes to lighten it up and make it more levitating. But anyway, she did these fantastic builds. Let me tell you, articulated moving things out of cardboard and paper is complex cosplay. And she did that. In addition to being able to tell the whole story, and okay, so no pictures of children. Uh, I do have a notice out to her parents to ask if the convention photographer has a picture of her, if it would be okay for us to, within the convention group, post it. But honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I really think that it has to be a family decision, but never, ever, ever will I put a picture of a child out on, that I don't know and already have that rapport with. I just don't want to. So, but let me tell you, this kiddo was freaking adorable and tied right in about how she did all of this work, and then she also talked about the headpiece that she wasn't wearing, and how that she tried, but she something went wrong with it, so it broke. Before she could get to the showcase, and you saw her. She took like a little bit of a downturn there and got a little sad, and we were like, ain't a single cosplayer here who hasn't had a cosplay go awry. And again, look at how much you have accomplished. Amazing. By the way, it was her first cosplay. So she took it and she ran with it. And she talked about, and then she talked about how her parents were very supportive, and that because the character liked Oreos, that her dad, to help inspire her, got her some Oreos. And so she ate them, and she hardly ever gets things like that. So the Oreos were like an extra bonus. It was so adorable. So naturally, a lot of the audience were like, that's the winner 100%. So we got to give her her little trophy. It was awesome. What I'm hearing is future cosplay master in some of these highfalutin cosplay places. Like, we're kind of a medium people. We have some skills, but we're not like I'll tell you, like an amazing cosplay company, or a professional cosplay build people, Fiberdyne. They have some pretty impressive things. But yeah, she's got a future there. Attila says cosplay always have a lot of hot glue and CA glue on hand. Yeah, almost glued my hand together, you guys. But I will tell you, I only burnt myself with the hot glue once. So yeah, and Mama Bear Lynette says she agrees advocating for children's safety is so important. Yeah, I don't know why that it has bothered me lately to see like people putting their kids on the internet for basically views and likes. And I'm sorry, the people who look at these children's pictures seem very unsavory, and it's made me more hesitant to share a child picture without really having, like, honestly, not just my asking someone for permission, but for them saying more enthusiastically, hey, this was an awesome thing, and I really would like you to share this with people. So yeah. The character I can share with you, I'll send it later. I don't know how to get it into this live stream, but I can share that part with you. But you can also look it up. It's Miss Circle. But yeah, so that was just like, for me, that little part of it was the highlight of the show. The other highlight of the cosplay, I mean, there were like several really amazing, blow my mind ones, but I'm a fan of Resident Evil. I just am. I mean, Silent Hill, Resident Evil 2, but Silent Hill. It's a horror video game, and someone cosplayed as the nurse there, as she was fan freaking tastic. So that really thrilled me. So that was the convention. We got to also. I went to the 2D6 concert. They're ridiculous and hilarious. It's a comedic concert, so extra hilarious to me. So we did that. We didn't go into the Heart Twins concert, but we meandered about in the hallway talking to some other people where we could hear the Heart Twins play their music. If you don't know who the Heart Twins are, you should totally look them up. They're all over YouTube. They are lovely, lovely ladies. And then they also have another set of twins who do the drumming for their band. And their performances are really nice. The music is very relaxing. So, highly recommend the Heart Twins. It makes me recommend them more because they're genuinely nice, even outside of their performances. I have some standards, I guess. I won't recommend people who have bands, but they're too hoity-toity to be nice to regular people. We all know them. So, what else? Oh yeah, so let's talk about the hotel. Okay, so I did finally find out about the eggs and find out that they were okay. So Sunday I was able to eat the eggs. The hotel, first of all, there was the suite mess, that I will call it. But in addition to the whole suite thing, now I know the hotel has suites. I have harp, like the musical instrument, HARP. So here's the weird part. I know the hotel has suites, and if you walk through the hotel, you can see doors. The Cleveland suite, the Amherst suite, the Columbus suite. But when I was saying that this was not a suite for the room that they gave us, the woman at the front desk said, "Oh, yeah, those are our suites. We call them King Premium. We don't have the kind of suites you're talking about." Why did she lie to me? I mean, it would have been fine if they said, "I'm sorry, we sold the suites out. And and because you are not Diamond Elite anymore, you dropped down to Gold. You didn't get a suite. Or we made a mistake and you didn't get a suite." Any one of those things would have been more palatable than weirdly lying to me and saying that you don't have suites. Or that King Premium rooms are your suites. Did I take names? Uh, I know the names, and also one of the nights that we had a party, a couple of the hotel staff came and spilled all the tea to us, and so now I have other names of the people who are going to help me resolve this. So I was like, it was just such a bizarre thing. Like, there are things where you understand why someone would lie about it, but then there are things when people lie, blows your mind. And that's one of the things that blows my mind. You know what I'm saying? Air Frying Annie says nothing better than insider tea. I agree. So, oh, but so let's talk about that. I did say we had no cheese Friday, of course, because we're unloading trucks of stuff into the convention. And by the time I was even ready to do a cheese Friday, you guys, I was exhausted, and we still had to host things. I was like, I just can't do it. But we did have cheese. But and that's what we did for one of the things was the for hosting the room parties, is that I just did my standard charcuterie like I do at KPL, only instead of nice fancy cheese, I just got from BJ's and Costco those little slices of cheese. So BJ's has one that is Italian cheeses that has slices of Parmesan, Asiago, Fontina, and I forget what the fourth cheese is, but it has those. And then from Costco, I got the one that has cheddar, Swiss, Havarti, and Gouda. And they're just the little square slices. Easy peasy, one and done. I got salami. I got prosciutto. I had three kinds of the Columbus sampler charcuterie, which had the capicola, peppered salami, and a different kind of salami. So that went out. Some of my guild members also brought cheese. One of them brought sub sandwiches. I don't eat sub sandwiches, but other people do. We had, we just had everything. We had a veggie tray, and I brought 9 million non-keto snacks to feed other people. And then I brought Archer meat sticks, a seasoned turkey one, and then the regular plain Archers, which are just the little mini meat sticks. And I bought some individual packs of peanuts. So, and I brought pork rinds for myself because that's what I wanted for my crunchy. I had a jalapeno artichoke dip that I warmed up in my mini crock. So it was a good time. I will also tell you, though, that after we unloaded trucks and everything, I mentioned that we had breakfast on Saturday, but Friday, we had breakfast at home. So at like 7 o'clock in the morning. And as we were running, suddenly about 4 o'clock, I was like, we need food. And we have about 20 minutes before I am hangry. And people were like doing that whole can't decide what to eat. And finally, I made the decision to go to a place we have called here for hot dogs called Dirty Frank's. And I thought I ordered the jumbo Frank, but instead I ordered a regular hot dog, and I was annoyed with myself because without the bun, a little hot dog is not enough food. But that's okay because then I had pork rinds and peanuts, and it was fine. So, let's see. Is that everything else? And even though we had all that lovely charcuterie on Saturday night, I was ready for hot food because, again, we were running, and while breakfast was great, all that sausage and bacon, it did sustain me until about 5:30 when we finished the showcase. And then suddenly I was like, listen, I want food, but I don't want cold food. And so I ordered, and Attila generously volunteered, or, well, kind of voluntold, to go pick it up. And I ordered the keto-friendly pizzas from Massey's, and they're the 10-inch rounds. And I tell you, half of one of those pizzas is enough. But because I was ravenous and we had been doing so much, I ate the whole thing. And I'm zero regrets. I didn't care. And it was delicious. So that concludes everything we had for food at the party. So that's Marcon. It's a wrap. And phew, I'm so tired. Work was hard today. I was just like, I wish I had taken today off, but I know that I have Gen Con coming up. I know I have Origins coming up. I know we have KPL coming up, and I have Con on the Cob. So the days that I can take off are whittling away. And so that meant today I had to work. Everybody got real quiet. So ask some questions because I am all over the place and I know it. I have one more thing though. Mama Bear is asking, when is my next convention? Technically, I have a packing event. Um, what's the shoot? So it is May 30th to June 2nd. I have a camping event. So in 2 weeks is my next convention. So let's see. And Airfry Nanny said, "Did I say con on the cob?" Yes, I did. Hilarious, right? It's the best. It's also a teeny tiny con, and all I do is sell some stuff there. So easy peasy, and it is the best, most ridiculous teeny tiny con. So I look forward to that one so much. That is the weekend before KPL. So yeah, we'll see. But while I was gone, I got a package and I started to open it and then said, wait, I don't want to look at this until we have a live stream because I like opening things. This is a Kickstarter I did, and it's from the Secret Cabal. And evidently, because my love of the Secret Cabal podcast and the how nice they are in person, it looks like I backed a shitload of things here. So let's look at it. First of all, I got my Secret Cabal card. There's too much glare, so but you can see it in general. It says the Loyal Order of the Secret Cabal, High Lord Knight of the Secret Cabal, Maitreya. And on the back here, it has the oath, which I will share with you. It says, with this oath, I state my strong and irrevocable intent. I pledge myself from now and forever to the Cabal. I declare to take freely and solemnly the oath of honor, fraternity, and hospitality. By the way, this is not like a serious thing, so don't worry, I'm not joining an actual cult. Don't worry, it's a podcast about RPG and board games. There's some context for you. It says, this pledge, to pledge my sword, my forces, my life, and all that I possess to the cause, defense, honor, and knowledge to the Cabal. I shall strive lest my company be lazy, be cowardly, and be manure. We are the Cabalists till death, and we are family. No fire sticks and black cloaks, lol. No, that's too much work. So, the Secret Cabal. And they're a nice podcast if you ever are into board games and want to hear our fun nerdery. So anyways, let's see. It looks like what I've got here is some bits. Let's see what this bag is. It looks like a mini game here. It's Age Contrived, the Secret Cabal. The indisputable power of the Secret Cabal gaming podcast has come to Eldrinir. Each god of the pantheon may employ it for a time in their quest to secure mortal belief. So it's a miniature game. Not bad. And it has, I'll get that later. And then it has these nice little pieces to play, and this is the instructions. So that'll be fun. Grab my piece. There we go. That way no dogs get any ideas. We'll just put it back where it belongs. Let's see, what else did I get in here? Let's put these two little bags back in the big bag. So, by the way, games like this that are just real small like this are called pocket games because you can carry them in your pocket and then throw them down any old place. Waiting too long for your steak at Texas Roadhouse? Have a pocket game. Now here's this, let's see, stickers, alien brain. Let's see, it might be multiples of that, but let's open the package just to make sure. I think it is. Oh no, so it's alien brain, the Secret Cabal. It's a Bigfoot, Kabbalist believe. Oh, Air Fryer Annie has pocket Farkle. Farkle is such a weird word. But yeah, that is another one of those. Carrie says the cats could have gotten the idea to play with the game I dropped. Yep. Oh, a patch. Kabbalist till death since 2011. And by the way, it's iron-on, but Velcro. So if you get a new Kabbalist patch, you can change it out. A fancy Kabbalist coin. Wow, this is heavy duty, you guys. Let's take it out of the... Gosh, I can't even open it. It's a challenge coin. Okay, I can't get it open right now. Let's see. There we go. There we go. This is the Kabbalist challenge coin. So it has this microphone, because it's a podcast on the front. And then on the back, it says Kabbalist till death since 2011. So, wow. Nice. And you just tuck that back in. Ooh, I'm going to have to keep that in mind. I bet they ordered these coins from the challenge company. I'd like to see about ordering some coins, not just wholesale ones. Maybe support a more local company and see what I can come up with. All right, so there's those. Let's see now. Gosh, there's more. Oh, now a pin of alien brain. Oh, there's some dice hiding in here too. So, podcast dice. It has a cobra on the end. Can I get that? Can you see? I don't know if it'll clear up for that. Let me see. Maybe. Yeah, so it's got a cobra on the 6. Hilarious. So, we double check. Okay, now that's really everything out of the box. I have this back. This, I love when I back Kickstarters and like a year and a half later I get it and then I don't even remember what it was, so that I can have such fun doing this kind of opening. This is a game called $1 Million Script. So let's see, it's a card game that has, what are you doing here? Let's find the instructions. It says, in the basic game, a character is created by drawing 3 cards from the character decks. Place the card down in the order they were drawn. I really want to find like the game description. Let's see. That's not English. Do you want your story to take place in a magic academy in outer space during the Civil War? Or maybe in a post-apocalyptic scenario? Now it can. This base game lets you choose between different genres: horror, western, science fiction, etc. And the promo set asks you to forget about genres. Instead, you're choosing a setting. Each setting card is its own individual setting, and the front of the setting card replaces the heroic card during character creation, and similarly the back of the card. So this is a card game where you are creating your decks to create a movie. So pretty cool. And so they've got your characters. This is your setting cards. That's just one of them. Here's some bonus. Ooh, holographic cards. Fancy. This one says Remix Promo Pack. So you get to mix things up with this one. More shinies. And, oh my gosh, you guys. This one says it's a kobold. So that's extra awesome. I love holographic cards. You can even tell that it's holographic on my crummy little phone camera. So let's see. Human cards. So these look like trickster things. Adventure cards. Man, this game is kind of robust for being all tiny. And then now we have some other, wow, some more promo packs, but they add flavor. They actually managed to license Disney stuff. Wow. How much did I pay for this Kickstarter? A fortune, I think. Probably not, but I'm just saying. Once you get into Disney licensing, goodness. But this is cool. This is the Disney Sorcerers Arena for Epic Alliances. So awesome. Also, they're also holographic. Not bad. So that's what I got to come home to in the mail. I appreciate that a lot. It's something nice. So fantastic. All right. What else is there? How's everyone else doing this Monday? I know Air Fry Nanny's having a Monday. Well, actually, Air Fry Nanny had a Sunday, but it's impacted the Monday. I know Carrie's had a rough weekend. Uh, what's everybody else got going on? Just be nosy. Ready for your nap. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to give you that nap time. I think I, too, am ready to chill for a bit. I'm going to finish my coffee, and I know I should work on unpacking, but I did all my work at work today, plus I put away 2 of the 27-gallon tubs worth of stuff, unpacked my suitcase, and unpacked one of the smaller 13-gallon totes. I'm doing all right. Plus I made sure I did the dishes. So, not bad. Oh, and Carrie says you learn to only apply at websites for companies instead of using LinkedIn. Gosh, LinkedIn should be pretty good, but yeah, they'll definitely do direct for it. All right, good night, everyone. I'm going to end, and you guys have a good week. I hope that our time together here made it so that the rest of our week can only go up from here. Thanks for sharing, Rickwin. Regular Monday after coming back out of the mountains, grocery shopping and unpacking. Ooh, but I'm glad that you are home and able to deal with all of that other stuff, and I hope that you have a lovely evening. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye.